You are listening to a MetalExpressRadio.com interview. Enjoy.
Hi, we are Conception and I am Ingar Amlin.
I am Tore Østby.
Roy Khan.
And Arve Heimdal.
And you're listening to Metal Express Radio!
It has been 22 years since my last Conception interview, and finally I'm back here with Roy and Tore, recently reunited with Conception. Finally, how are you guys doing these days?
Great, it's fantastic times. We're very happy to be back on stage. It was great to finally release some new material, not to speak about even creating it. We had great fun writing all the stuff, and feels wonderful.
You're doing 2 comeback shows these days. You had the first one yesterday and the second one today. Sold out in your hometown. How did it feel to be back on stage together again?
It was great. I'm not gonna try to hide that it was weird though. That it was almost unreal. And we were slightly nervous, to be honest. But when we went on, it sparked off something deep inside me that slowly over the first few songs, it was like it almost felt like getting on a bike when you haven't been, or driving a car when you haven't been driving for a long time. It's kind of weird, but it's like I've been doing this before. It's cool.
I haven't been on a stage for 14 years. So this was the first time. What I noticed that I don't have the training of energy management, and of course, walking on that stage, the adrenaline just kicked in. I got such a rush. It was so great. So I think I took out more energy to start. I had this little period to catch my breath and get back. And maybe I'm not 23 years old anymore either. So it was a cool experience of seeing what you can do and not. And but like Roy said, it was a little surreal also. Is this really happening? Especially this morning when I woke up, I was like, did this happen? Well, it was fantastic, and the crowd was great, and to see all the reactions and to play together again with these guys, that was magic.
For some reason, I never thought this comeback would ever happen. Did you think about that during the years off, that maybe someday we'll reunite, or did this happen first when someone picked up the phone?
Well, actually, it's not a comeback. Because a comeback means a breakup.
Never broke up.
We never broke up. We always said so when we took a long break, and then we did some gigs in 2005, and it was always in the cards that we were going to do something. We just didn't know when, and all of a sudden the time felt right.
Well, we've been talking about. I mean, there has been talk about doing this. Some sort of musical collaboration, many times over these years. But it wasn't really until Tore and Arve approached me like 3 years ago, something like that, with some new demos that. I don't know. I remember.
It was like this because we've been seeing each other all the time. We've been friends and quite often been hanging out, and we never really discussed it. And then I just wrote a couple of songs that felt like, this feels for me Conception, and then I called Arve and said, I'm going to be in Oslo, blah, 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 and could you come down and let's just jam out a little bit and check out these tunes, which Arve did. And then we started to jam around them, so that we wrote a little bit more, just the two of us in the rehearsal room. And then I played some stuff for Roy, and I think Arve for Ingar, and they instantly, yes, this feels like Conception, and yeah, actually now the time could be cool to do something, and yeah. So from there it went, but yeah.
But I don't think there was like a definite moment that it's been a slow, gradual process. Yeah.
What was it like? The first rehearsal, which song did you play first, and was it your own material, and was it like you had to go back and listen to your old CDs and try to remember how to do stuff, the vocals, or
I don't remember which song we did rehearse first, that's for sure.
I do. I do. But the thing was that we focused on the new material, because for us, okay, we're going to do something again, then we want to do what we are today. But we did actually. There was only one song that we just fucked around with a couple of times in the rehearsal room, and that was "Roll the Fire."
Okay.
But we didn't really rehearse it through, but we just checked it a little bit. But I also don't remember when we started actual rehearsals. Now, what was it, Christmas or something? But that was the first time we really played through the old songs. And yes, there was a lot of listening to old stuff and how did we do that? What's happened there? And yeah, for some reason, some of it was gone and some was still there. And, from my experience, it was actually easier to not think too much about it and let the muscle memory. Muscle memory was better than the brain memory.
how do you approach the songwriting now? I mean, a lot of things have happened within technology since then. You don't have to be in the same room to make new songs and record new songs.
Well, we do several ways, and of course new technology has opened a lot of doors, also especially in terms of orchestrating and in songwriting. It helps really to be able to sit and write for orchestra, which was a little more difficult before.
I have to say, Tor did a great job on the orchestral stuff on this record. I mean, some people may know that Miro is also part of our team, but the stuff that Tor did was he just did the last finishing stuff, making it sound authentic. But Tor has a really nice overview and has developed a really good sense of harmonizing over the years. I mean, you were good before too, but you're probably even better now.
I pay him a lot to say these things. No, but technology is great in this way, the possibilities. But we also jam, and there have been ideas thrown in. And then, of course, Roy and I, we had a lot of trips up to the cabin.
It's still better to be in the same room though when you're making music. It's
So we did a lot there up in the cabin as well, and isolated from the world. We put a minefield around the cottage. Yeah.
This time you didn't go to a label. It's released through a Music Pledge. Mm-hmm. Did you ever consider to get signed again, or
we actually had a few offers, but for us it was from the get-go very important that we want to do this ourselves, and we wanted to do it with the fans, because that's also with the new technology and the possibility to reach out. And we felt we don't need these intermediaries that will come with their opinions and think more sales-wise or marketing or whatever. We want to be in control of all aspects and do it in a close, direct relationship with the fans and have the fans be part of this.
Yeah. And that's obviously something you do well. I mean, you arrange camping, lunches, and so you get very close to your fans.
Yeah.
So that's something new.
That's new. And when we launched the idea of doing this camping trip, the people being responsible for the facilitation of the campaign, they were like, camping trip? It was like, licking your finger and sticking it up in the air, because they had never done anything like that, so they couldn't really tell us whether it was going to work, what price to put on it, or anything. But they sort of, you know, they said try it, and you know, but you gotta just check it out, and we'll find out, you know, if it works or not. But it worked. It worked really well. It was.
We had a great time. We were so amazed also, though, just to see those guys who came. How I think most of them came across the Atlantic to join us for this.
It's impressive.
5 of the 10 campers that was allowed to come, 5 of them are here.
Really?
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Yeah. So they're coming, and some of them is their 3rd trip now to hang out. That's amazing.
Unbelievable.
You're also doing this lunch tomorrow. So what will be the next offer for your fans?
We haven't really thought that far yet.
Foot massage.
Ingvar is offering foot massage. Or we will do pedicure.
Maybe some manicure as well. So,
So your fans are obviously very happy to see you back in biz, and must have been really successful. I mean, the reviews have been just great. The album is out, and you're doing 2 sold-out comeback shows now, and you have some festivals lined up. But do you have any plans for where you want to take the band now? Is this for fun and just to enjoy the time you're playing now, or do you want to take it further and?
It's going to have to be a fun thing regardless, you know, but it's not only for fun. No, I wouldn't say so. We're pretty serious about what we're doing, and there's a reason why we haven't booked a lot of shows right now, and we're really busy, and you know, yeah, we'll see. But I think people are going to understand that this is something we're, you know, pretty serious about.
We are planning to go on, but that's also the beauty with setting it up, and we control everything, and we have people working for us instead of being signed to people who put pressure. We can do everything in our own tempo. So we focus on one thing at a time. First was the recording, now these shows, then we can move on and focus on the next.
I'm so much looking forward to see you guys tonight. So good luck, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.